Hello, this is part 2 of linear or not. We're up to table D here. So let's take a look at that. On the X side, we can see we're just adding 1 to each of these values. So we have a common difference or a common increase going on in the X side. Let's take a look at the Y side. So here we go. We go from 3 to 6. If we look at adding, we're adding 3. Here we're adding 6. We're adding, whoops, I forgot my plus. We're adding 12. And we're adding 24. So not so consistent here, but we can see a consistent multiplication. If we want to look at multiplying instead of adding, let me erase here. We can see that to get from 3 to 6, we multiply times 2. To get from 6 to 12, we multiply times 2. To get from 12 to 24, we multiply times 2. And to get from 24 to 48, we multiply times 2. So although we don't have a linear relationship, we do have an exponential relationship. Now, if you didn't automatically see that it was an exponential relationship, that's okay. But you should be able to identify that there's definitely not a linear relationship there. Moving on to table E, this one's a little bit different because, well, we similar on the X side, we're adding 1 each time. But here, we're not adding, we're subtracting 5. We're subtracting 5. We're subtracting 5. And we're subtracting 5. So, do we have a linear relationship? We're not adding, but we're subtracting. Well, we still have a common consistent relationship between the change in Y and the change in X. The change in Y is -5. The change in X is 1 for each one of these. So even though it is a negative relationship, we have a slope of -5 going on here, and it is definitely linear. Moving on to table F, again, we have +1, +1. Our change in X each time is +1. Now, if we look at our change in Y, we have -30, -10, -5, and -3. So we definitely do not have a linear relationship here because we don't have a constant change in Y and change in X. So this is not linear. We could dig a little deeper to find out what our relationship is, but I'm going to leave it at this is definitely not linear. What I'm asking you to be able to do is to determine if we have a linear or a not linear relationship.